Testing. Okay. There should be sound now. There should be sound now. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, my audio interface accidentally switched off for whatever reason. It's not the greatest setup, but it's working for now. All right, Cursor Agent, trust this workspace. Just gonna, ooh, this seems really messed up. Okay, let's see. Plan, search, build, anything. All right, let's see what you have here. Models, so Opus. What does that do? Okay, that sets clear. Okay, so it has all the, let me just, Vim, it has Vim. All right, what, is this built on Cloud Code or something? It's literally the same thing. Alias for open. Oh, nice. Resume chat. Copy request ID, log out, quit, exit, MCP, sync theme, detect terminal theme and refresh UI. Interesting. Cube. Show full screen spinning cube overlay. Why do you need that? List. Open a picker for chat and background agent. Okay, resume. Okay, so there's quite a few things. So then what happens if I just type, for example, use parallel? Can I? Ooh, no. You know how Cloud Code can, like, let me just show you, I guess. The easiest way would be to open Cloud Code. And if I, for example, in Cloud Code, if I just type in use parallel and then hit tab, it will like autocomplete. This is like one of my favorite features that Cloud Code has, but like this does not have it. Is it because this is not fully integrated? Maybe, I don't know, but definitely Cloud Code has. But you know what? Let me see. If I open Claude here, I have typed in the same thing. Use parallel. Yeah. See, this is literally like a killer feature. I cannot live without this fuzzy finder. It's great. Cursor agent. Also, Cursor agent, I don't think does not have sub-agents. So yeah, that's kind of okay. Is there a plan mode? Auto run all commands, plan. Okay, so if you hit Shift Tab, it works exactly the same way as Cloud Code does. Right, okay, not terrible, not bad at all. Though like, I don't know. I just don't know who would use Cursor CLI tool if they already have Cloud Code. Why would you use Cursor CLI? Okay, maybe it's better. Maybe for whatever, you know what? I'm just gonna try it out. Let me figure out what task I actually have to work on today. Move. Oh yeah, it's a refactor task. So that's probably a good test. Let me just kill this terminal. Also, this microphone is trying to bounce up. I'm trying to get it to stay. All right. Okay. I need to open, so Claude SDK Manager, and then, you know, I actually really love using Cursor. I just don't like that I have to pay $20 a month. Exactly. I use Cursor when I need the ID experience. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I've been using Windsurf only because it gives you the free auto tab complete thing, but Cursor is like, I like, I'm so cheap. Though now I'm subscribed to like 4 or 5 different AIs, like platforms. Kind of a little overkill now. I'm trying to cut down my spending, but it's not working because everyone's releasing something new and I want to just test them all out. Okay, what am I thinking? I am Claude SDK Manager. Wow, what is going on here? Oh yeah, that. Yeah, not great. Can I just like disable this? Just gonna do that. And I'm gonna disable this for the whole file as well. Yeah, I know this is not the best way to do it, but there's no other way. Because if I want to package Claude Code with my Claude Maestro application, I mean Claude SDK with my Claude Maestro application, with my Electron application, this is the only way I can get it to work right now. Recently moved to VS Code, so I can use the same AI subscription in Z as well as open code. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, interesting. But does it come with does the VS Code is that the Copilot subscription? I haven't looked at Copilot for such a long time. Oh my gosh. It's been a long while. I need to open up Claude IPC handler. So let's go here. Claude IPC handler. Where is the last? Here it is. Why is it complaining about this? Missing return type on function. Jeez, how are... There. Nice. Bro. Oh, seriously? $40 comes with Opus. You see, I don't want, yeah. I just can't. I feel like I already have like 100. I went from 200 subscription with Anthropic to $100 subscription with Anthropic plus $30 with GLM, and now $20 with this. I'm trying to just so many subscriptions these days. Also can use GitHub Models Gateway for testing models via API as well. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look at that at some point back again once I have lapsed all these subscriptions that I have. I'm trying to like, what do you call it? Wait for each one to kind of finish lapse before I subscribe to a new, try out another service. But yeah. Same here, but then convince my company to get 200. Oh, nice. That's smart. That's super smart. Okay, I just need to fix up this error. You know, I forgot. Fix in chat. Oh man, I never trust AI when it does this. No. Is this the way oh gosh, no, I don't want. Claude 4 Sonnet 1 million context. What? I didn't know Claude Sonnet 4 has 1 million context. This model can be very expensive due to the large context window. Is this like additionally, it costs 2x when the input exceeds 200k tokens. I guess they figured, whoa, what's Code Supernova? Stealth model from one of our partners, available for a limited time only. 256k context window, available for free within capacity limits. GPT-5. Interesting. Just use Augment Code. It's really good. You know, a few people have been talking about that. What is Augment Code? This? The thing with like this is that I just don't use enough like I usually I prefer Claude Code over like the built-in kind of IDE experience. I don't know why. I'm so used to Claude Code. Like, this is nice, but I barely ever like using this. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but I basically just like, I'm trying to get this done. But for now, and so that I can actually use the Cursor CLI to do a bigger refactor than this. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Keep all done. Okay, well, not the best way of what I would have done, but sure. Okay. Right. So the main thing that I want to do here, that I'm going to have Cursor CLI do, is, whoa, I need to stop opening Claude Code. Basically, there is some Electron IPC calls in here, main window, like these. I don't like that these are getting mixed up in my Claude SDK manager. I need to create functions for them in here, inside the Claude IPC handler, and then I can call these in here using a function from in here. It's specially designed for enterprise code bases. Oh, I see. It has CLI too, with context engine nearly unlimited. You can import all Claude commands to the CLI. Oh, okay, nice. What about like the sub agents? Though honestly, I don't use sub agents that much these days. I'm kind of like, I've been on the fence about sub agents. I feel like everyone's been hyping that up, and I've just gotten like, I can't tell whether it's made the results better or not. So if it's not substantial enough, I can't really be bothered creating sub-agents like at all. The only thing I can think of that I can use sub-agents for is like offloading context. So like for example, a research agent where all the thinking, all the searching is done in a separate context to the main context. That's all I can think of that sub-agents are useful for. Okay, now let me just go ahead and go C, where Cursor agent is opened up. Oh, this is gonna be, yeah, I don't see why I would use Cursor agent CLI if I'm using Cursor in here, because now it's so hard to like, I can't like just select. I guess I can't just select this. Also, Cursor is running in the background. What is it doing? Recent agent. What is new agent? What are you doing, Cursor? Why is there a background Cursor task? Wait, does it? Okay, let me just test one thing. One thing first. One thing at a time. Okay. Sub agents are not available in. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to. Oh, that's hard. Okay, move all the electron. Create functions for each. Create functions for the IPC calls within Claude SDK manager.ts. It has message-based requests, which saves a ton of dollars. I see. Interesting. Okay. Create functions for IPC calls within Claude S calls. How do I word this? You know what? I'm just gonna go with a plan. first so I can review what it's going to do, and I'm going to basically move all the IPC calls inside Claude SDK manager. I hate that I can't do tab autocomplete here. Move all, okay. And create corresponding functions inside Claude IPC handler instead. Okay, this is really vague. Move all IPC calls and create corresponding functions inside Claude IPC handler instead. Make sure to analyze both files first before ultra think and creating a detailed plan on the refactor. I don't think this is gonna work. This instruction is super vague because I can't be bothered like writing down in deep detail. But let's see if it can align itself with my thoughts. Yeah, this is like super bad. Z.AI not letting me unsubscribe to their plan. Let's see what else is available with Cursor CLI. Interactive mode, yep, non-interactive mode, sessions. Do they? I don't know why they would make this. I guess for people who wants to run this in like a CI/CD pipeline. But I don't know. This seems not very thought out. Like there's already Claude code. Why would people want this from Cursor? Using, yeah, GitHub Action, headless CLI. I mean, oh my gosh, my dog's snoring again. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's pretty loud. Real-time progress tracking, interesting. I guess you can automate. Do you use CodeRabbit CLI for reviews? No, I don't use. Honestly, I barely do any code review on my code base right now. I'm just trying to like build stuff. Don't really care about test or anything like official right now. I'm just getting things, like building things for now, testing things out. Interesting. But though I will probably look at it at some point, I'm just not at that stage just yet. Authentication, okay. Cookbook, code review, right. I see a lot of different tools being integrated with GitHub. I know they run like autonomously on GitHub. It's like, it's very interesting. But I've never used those kind of tools before. Also, literally my project has 0 tests right now, which I should probably write tests. I know I can probably just have an agent write tests for me, but I feel like the test is gonna go out of date as soon as I make any changes. Unless I do like test-driven development, I guess do make the test first, but I feel like that's just gonna slow me down for now. Move IPC calls from Claude SDK Manager to, okay, this refactor will move all IPC communication from Claude SDK class to Claude IPC handler file. This will improve separation of concerns. Having the SDK manager solely focus on managing Claude SDK operations while IPC handlers manage all Electron IPC communication. Right, that looks good. Generate session ID, Claude IPC handler, TS file. Okay, wait. Send status update. Yeah, wow, okay. Looks right. Need to send the browser window, sure. Main window. Yep, that's totally fine with me. Send all sessions terminated. Okay. To add generate session ID handler in Cloud IPC. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm not even using this. Modify Cloud SDK manager constructor and class. On status update. It's so hard to review in here, but sure, accept and proceed. I can just review once it's implemented here instead. I think that's going to be easier. Let's see what else is there. No, I guess that's, oh, slash commands. Yeah, that's fine. Parameters. Print output format. Okay, does have stream JSON. Right. Force command unless explicitly denied. Right. Commands. Window commands specify cursor agent starts in interactive mode by default. Okay. One thing I wonder is, wait, does cursor run background agents? I don't think it does. It runs background agents on the cloud, I believe, not locally, which is kind of, I guess they can't really do it locally. Oof. Did it modify? There's a bunch of errors. Oh no. Oh no. Is it done? Ghosty. It's not done. Okay. I'm hoping it'll fix errors, but I'm already seeing things that it shouldn't be doing, so that's probably my bad because I did not review the plan meticulously enough. Though it should have been a pretty straightforward change. Not sure why it's going crazy here. I am building my Claude Maestro application. There's a link in the description to the application, but let me see if I can open it up and show you. Give me one moment. I'm in the middle of testing out. Currently, Cursor Agent is working on the application. So I'm just going to let this finish and determine whether it works or not. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to revert the changes. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. I guess I could just show you Claude Maestro. This is the release version. Doesn't have all the new features I've been adding over time. So basically it's a, let me zoom in. It's basically a kind of like OpenAI Codex clone, but for Claude Code, and it runs locally. This is all done using Claude Code SDK, and it just allows you to manage multiple instances of Claude Code, It takes you through the plan phase and has a nice markdown editor in here. Right, I can just edit and then I can just hit execute plan whenever I'm ready. Once I review the plan here, and then it will take me into the code phase. That's kind of what this does. It's not meant to replace Claude Code. It's basically meant to be like a side application, I guess a AI agent task management to-do list. Wow, that's such a long description. I'm terrible at like explaining what this does, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's like a thing that I have on the side that I just write all my tasks in here. It will like create a plan, and sure, like it works. All of this works while I'm also working in my IDE with Claude Code. So I'll always have an IDE open with Claude Code, and then I'll have Claude Maestro on the side where I can have it come up with a plan while I'm doing whatever I'm focusing on. I do not have a plan to go to market with it yet. I'm just trying to like get this to work as well as possibly can and fit my workflow to the best of its abilities. I'm testing out different workflows right now. So I don't know if you watched my latest video on YouTube, but basically I was talking about like having a research phase before the plan phase, and during the plan phase, the agent creates multiple plans instead of just one large plan. And this is just really nice when you're trying to implement a large feature that it spits out multiple plans, and each plan is complete on its own. Therefore, you can just implement, for example, part 1 of this plan, and then you can check the code, and test it out before you move on to the second part of the plan. And that allows you just to make commits as save points while you're working on a big feature. So I'm planning to implement that into Claude Maestro as well. And then I'm thinking about, okay, well, is agents actually useful? I might implement agents into here as well, but we'll see. Because right now I am kind of like, about sub agents. Then they haven't been the most useful thing, I find. They're like, they're great for offloading context. That's all I like can think of. Like, it doesn't make the output any better. It just like clears the main context. Clears the main agent context from all the thinking traces, all the research notes, all the tool calling and things like that. Okay, let me just check this. Where did this seems wrong? This is totally dead. I don't think this is gonna work. But set up Claude IPC handler, Claude SDK manager. Oh gosh, this is okay. IPC handler, right? We have send Claude output. Wait, why did it? Gosh, set up. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. This is I approve this change. And then Claude SDK manager. Let's see. Thank you for the subscribe. Sorry if I miss anyone who's subscribed. I'm trying to I'm trying my best to keep my focus on both things at the same time. Okay. Claude SDK manager. By the way, the tool is free, so feel free to check it out. But be warned, it is in very early alpha preview, so I am still actively working on it. I push updates as regularly as I possibly can when it's at a good point, because some of the new features I'm adding, like the ability. Currently, I'm working on the ability to change the models you use. Wow, my dog is snoring. Basically, I'm able to change for each task. I want to be able to change the model to like GLM 4.5 or DeepSeek. So using non-anthropic models. If I think that's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I'm just implementing that. Not right now, but not during this session because I'm trying to refactor some stuff right now. Oh my gosh, my dog's snoring. Don't snore. Don't snore. Okay. You're distracting me. Okay. Right, this looks fine on status up. This Claude, sure, on status update on output. I wonder why it's added on status. Is this? Oh, I see. Private. These are private? Oh, and then it has a function to set it. Okay. Sure. If we want to do that. And then on status update, it's going to call on status update. Oh, I see what it's doing. I see what it's doing. It's exposing this out. It's exposing this out to the IPC handler. You know, I'm just gonna do inline. Thank you. Where is the inline view? Inline. So I can open up the other one and I can go to SDK. So it's exposing these two. So that means that inside the Claude IPC handler here, if I look at, where is it? When it gets initialized, it is going to set the status callback, right? And then it's going to actually, oh, wow. You're gonna do it this way? You're really going to do it this way? I mean, I guess this, you can do this. I guess this is cleaner. This is probably the cleanest way. This is probably the cleanest way even I can think of, I think. So I don't need to actually pass the main window into Claude SDK Manager, which is kind of annoying to do. All right, you win, Cursor. Not terrible, not terrible at all. I am actually impressed that you understood better than what I wanted. what I wanted a simple refactor, but it gave me an even better refactor than I imagined. Okay. On status update. Okay, this, just making sure that this is exactly the same because I don't want to have to figure this out. Okay, is this going to wrap? Nope, it's not going to wrap. Process terminated, user canceled. That's fine. If this status update stop fail, and this is called, yep, that's fine. Then we delete. Okay, that's old. That's from old, and then send a message to front end. We have this on output. Okay. Where is this being used? Is it only one place? Oh, well, if that's the case, then can we just grab this, go here, paste that in, and delete that. And therefore, we don't need this anymore. Wonderful. This is looking good. Cancel all, get active count. Get work tree path for a session. Get session work tree path has running tasks. Kill all. Clean up stream. Oh, what am I doing? I need to open back the. Yeah, okay. Diff view just to, okay, send message to front end. Oh. Oh, send message to front end. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know what? I shouldn't have done this. Let me just revert this change. No, no. Oh, no. Nope. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, on output. So then on output, oh man, code review sucks. I go to set up IPC handler on output, send Claude output, on output timestamp. Wonderful. Okay, it's all in here rather than here. Fine. Wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted. Great. That passes, and then that's that. Shoot, this is actually better than I thought. All right, let's just go ahead and fix up some linting issues. Yeah, so hey Manish, thanks for tuning in. Basically, I'm working on my Claude Maestro application, this, and OpenAI Codex clone, which is basically running on Claude Code SDK, and you can queue up. It basically manages multiple instances of Claude Code and allows you and takes you through like the planning phase and the code phase. So here, if I go into a task, I've already asked it to basically create a plan for this task for me, and it'll come out with this nice plan. And in here is basically a markdown file, markdown renderer, and this works exactly like Notion. This is what I wanted. Basically, I can easily just, hello world, and then I can hit execute plan, and it will execute this plan that it has written up. I can chat with it more if I want it to modify this plan, or I can just edit this plan myself. And once it's and here I can actually select how many instances of Claude Code I want to execute this plan, so that I'll end up with up to 5 versions of this plan. And then it will just take you through the coding phase. Really, this isn't meant for replacing Claude Code. It's basically an additional tool that you use beside your IDE and Claude Code. It's a way for me to offload like background tasks, if you can think of it that way. Okay, and right now I'm just refactoring some like Electron IPC calls so that my code base is a little more simplified as well as cleaner. So, and then I'm gonna move on to actually implementing. I'm actually in the middle of implementing a feature that allows you to use non-anthropic models with Claude Maestro through Claude SDK. You can actually use like GLM-4.5 and DeepSeek with Claude Code SDK, which is super nice. Oh my gosh, my microphone. Okay. Yeah, but that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. Hope that makes sense. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, I think this looks good. I don't like that this is oh man, can I do SDK message type? SDK message. Is that a thing? This is kind of, man, this is for whatever reason, this does not work sometimes. I need to double check why that is. I feel like it's something to do with how my Electron project is set up. Like, I think it might be inside my TS Electron V TS config. No, it's, honestly, I have no idea why. I have no idea why. I highly doubt this is gonna work, but I need to, the only way to test if this works is if I build the application. Okay, I think this looks good to me. Let me just go ahead and run it. Let me close this Claude Maestro production Claude Maestro application, and then I'm gonna run the dev build. So bun run dev. This is gonna be the Next.js server, and then I am going to open another terminal, cd into my Electron project, and then bun run dev here as well. And this is gonna open up this version of Claude Maestro. Gonna go into settings, and you can see that I have input my DeepSeek API key as well as GLM API key, and it's both configured. I can select my models here. The one thing that I am going to do to change is I'm gonna get rid of this default model. Now I'm thinking. I'm gonna probably get rid of this default model, and then I'm gonna instead, over here, I'm gonna have like a drop down and say, oh man, this is so many drop downs. I don't like how unclean this is. I'm gonna need to like think of a better UI for how I can add another drop down, because I already have like 4 buttons down here. I don't wanna like add another one. But there's gonna be a model drop down here to select what model you want to execute the plan phase with, and then I'm gonna have a model drop down somewhere in here as well, so that before you execute the plan, you can choose what model you want the plan to be executed with. Okay, this might be a bit. This might actually be a bit. Let me just double check my linear task list, and okay. First of all, I should probably just, you know, this is what this feature alone saves me so much headache. I hate writing changes message for Git. I'm terrible at them, but yeah, sometimes I forget what changes I made. I don't know if you're the same, but I'm terrible like that. Okay. Okay. Holy crap, I've almost streamed an hour. Time flies by so fast when I'm streaming, but I feel like I've done so little when I stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've done this. Okay, this can go. Done. Okay, allow each task to set model. Okay, you know what? The first thing I want to do is I'm going to just double check that this still works. What model are you? Ugh, no. Gonna first go to AI models, change it to GLM, go back, and change homepage background to solid green. This is the easiest test I can do. You know, also, this should really start at the top. I feel like either that or this should scroll to the bottom when a new task is added. In a task list, like into, wait, like in, as a user, I feel like I want to see the newest task at the top. Do I? I'm debating. You know what? I should just have a sort button here. I think I removed it, but now I need it back. Change homepage background to solid green. All right, it has the homepage background is already. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I should have done something else. But I believe this should be using GLM-4.5. Man, the hardest thing is like figuring out how do I know Claude. How do I know? How do I figure this out? How do let me just go to this. There's no this is the annoying thing with put 922. No, come on. Inference. How am I supposed to know? Ooh, how do I know? How do I know? How okay. this is hard. And I'll show you why this is hard. Because in process query here, right? I am overriding the anthropic base URL and anthropic auth token with the GLM 4.5 base URL and GLM 4.5 API key, but I have no idea what what it's. You know, maybe I should just fine. Log. I'm just gonna log info message. I don't think it says what model. Oh, geez, this is rough. I don't think it says what model this outputs. I don't think each message says what model output this message. But let me just try this. Let me close my Electron project here and then reopen it. And we'll see, okay, this time change homepage background to solid red. For sure, this time it will work. Oh, it always go to the bottom. This drives me nuts. All right, let's see here. Hopefully I am not exposing any API keys. I will be very angry if I do, because I did that yesterday and it was not fun figuring all the things that was exposed. Right. Okay, API. Just assistant model Claude Opus. But is it though? Is it? That's the thing. Okay. Oh look, I get a notification as well whenever a task is done. That's so nice. I love that. Okay. The annoying thing. Okay, if I go to AI Claude code here, and I go here, and if I look here, yes, I override these two, but if I override this as well, I bet it's gonna change the model name. I bet it's going to change the model name. So for example, switch to GLM-4.5 model. Like, sure, I can go ahead and override this. Like, I'm just gonna hard code it in right now because I can't be bothered. There. Right? If I hard code that in, but run dev again, and I do change homepage to solid yellow this time, not that it made any changes. I go in here. No, it's still using Opus. Still using Claude Opus 4.1. Okay, so there's an issue. Oops, so that's not the case. So I'm just gonna kill this. All right, My dog is snoring again. Dog, please stop snoring. I'm streaming right now. Okay. Let's what can I do? What can I do? Okay, if add third-party model configuration to query options. So what I will do is, oh, I did this yesterday. I'm gonna be very careful. Info, and I'm gonna write in model. No. I think model config includes API key. No, I will not let you guys see my API key again. No, thank you. Base URL log.info. No. What else does this thing contain? It contains base URL and then the model as well. So I'm just gonna type in model and model. Type in base URL. Okay. Theoretically, this should work. Theoretically. It never does. I don't expect any of my code to work. Never the first time, at least. If it works, I question my life. Change homepage to solid red. Let's go. All right. And there's the problem. It did not even output the base URL. That's the problem. It's not being sent. It's not being sent down. Not being sent down, bro. You're not being sent. That's the issue. Oh, I'm glad that's the issue. Okay, so then I'm just going to keep this log here, and then what I need to figure out is where the heck is this function being called? This is being called from process query, and from in here is being called from execute. Execute is being called from the Electron IPC. From the Electron IPC, it's being called from Cloud Provider. Cloud Provider, and it's going to be under execute here. And inside the execute function here, execute options, execute task, I can go into execute task. There's multiple places where this is being called. The first one is going to be in generate plan, which I am using to generate the plan. And what I need to do, you know, I'm just going to do it here because I'm lazy. I'm freaking lazy. Oh man, this is rough. This is actually rough. Let me think. Okay, I think what I need to do is I'm gonna write it down because my train of thought is about to leak. Linear. I need you right now. Okay, I need to assign model to unified task, and then when executing, grab model name ID from unified task. All right, so if I go to my unified unified task.d.ts, so this is basically all the information that's needed for a specific task, has all the messages, everything. Is basically a monotype. Okay, model name. No, we are not. Model provider. No. You know what? I don't need a model provider. What I need is a model ID. Okay. Since I am already in Cursor, we'll just do this. What's 2 tabs? Okay. It doesn't know my selection. Doesn't auto? You know, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Cursor. I only trust Cloud Code. Oh man. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to tell Cloud Code that remove both model provider and model name. Make sure there are no references to them in the code base. Replace these with model ID. And that's model providers.ts, and model ID, which is going to be here. With model ID, which I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Model provider should be model providers. Should be model of type model providers. You know, replace these with model ID. Model ID is always going to be different. No one's going to, no two companies will name their model the same thing. I say that now, but really, if they do, I will be very angry. I will be extremely disappointed. Okay, replace these with model ID from model providers.ts file. Oh, thank you. I love having autocomplete. It's amazing. And assign. And when executing tasks during plan and code phase, make sure that these model IDs are passed down through IPC so that Claude SDK manager can appropriately execute tasks with the specified model. And I'm going to do this in plan phase first because it actually, now that I've written it out, it seems a little bit more complex than I originally thought. We'll see if this works. Also, I need to go have lunch soon. It's 11:44 a.m. Searching for model providers, model name. Okay, while that's doing that, let's see what else. Because I haven't looked at Cursor lately, I just want to check out what other features. Ooh, what's this? Agents. Oh, no, I will not watch another video. Oh, this is like, okay, work across devices, run agents from any device, seamless handoff to desktop. This is like OpenAI Codex. I love how they just created OpenAI Codex. I mean, I guess OpenAI Codex Cloud came before, you know, I'm just not even gonna try. GPT-5, can I do, ooh, that's nice too, but I also see the max sign. It means maximum money. Max money. How much do you want to pay? I don't want to pay very much for this. I already have Claude Code. I'm good, thank you. Ooh, linear integration, very nice. Can assign to cursor. Tab completion, agents, inline editing. I never use inline editing. Honestly, these days, okay, just to be 100% truthful here, these days, I barely code. So therefore, tab functionality, not a thing. Inline edit, not a thing. Chat, sometimes. Agent, the whole time. Rules, yes. Code base indexing. MCP, I rarely use MCP because I'm too scared to fill out my context really quickly. Models, I don't care, except for I just want to use Claude for Opus. That's the only model I like using. I mean, it's not the only model I like, but it's the best model. Still, it is the best model I find. I feel like it's so subjective about like which model you like to use, because sometimes you get used to talking with a certain model in a specific way that works for that model, and then you try to do it with another model and it doesn't understand what you mean. It's just easier to know. I don't know. It feels like sometimes Opus just kind of reads my mind, or just has a better understanding of what my intentions are, and it's easier to align the two of us together. All right, let's see this plan so I can move on with my life. Migration plan, replace model provider model name with model ID, replace the separate model provider with model name fields in unified tasks in a single model ID field that references models from the centralized model provider's configuration. Okay, yeah, that's great. Files to modify, unified tasks. Okay, Claude IPC, remove model provider field from execution options, add okay, that's wonderful. Electrons, update execute method to accept model ID instead of model provider. Modify get model config to work with model ID. Update provider detection logic to exact provider from model ID. Great, I was gonna do that as well. Yeah, this is actually legit really good. I mean, that's to be expected. Implementation steps, yeah. You already, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Go, YOLO. No point waiting. Let's just, this is how we do it these days. The task is also very simple. So I'm not too concerned. What I'm concerned about is my subscription with Z.ai, which is not letting me unsubscribe. Why are you trying to lock me in so hard? Cancellation will support soon. Wait, this doesn't even, is that wrong English? Cancellation will be supported soon? Isn't that what it's meant to say? Cancellation will support soon. I don't know. Maybe my English is just bad, but this sentence doesn't make sense to me. Okay. This is where like coding gets really boring, is when you're waiting. This is why I made Claude Maestro, so I don't have to wait like this. You know, it's like type mark down here, LOL. But I don't like having downtime. I don't want to be scrolling on whatever social media platform or watch YouTube videos while this is happening. I want to make sure I'm 100% focused on, you know, whatever I'm working on. And that's why I need this to work, so that while this is doing this, I can go in here And this creates multiple different work trees for me, so I can literally just go in. Let's see if I can find a completed task. Like here, I can literally click this and it'll open up another IDE instances with the code changes in here, and I can work in this instance of the IDE of my choice. Obviously, oh gosh, what happened here? Okay, windsurf can go. And basically, I can actually specify in this general tab the IDE that I have installed, which one I prefer to open the task with. And it just lets me not get out of the flow, if you know what I mean. I hate that feeling. I don't know if you feel that, but sometimes like waiting for these things to get done, it can take up to like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes sometimes. And it's just like, what am I doing? You know, am I scrolling the whole time? I should probably be doing something more productive with my time. Even though, yes, technically it's going to finish the task faster than if I did it myself by hand, it still doesn't feel good. I want to feel good, but I also want to work smart, not hard. So yeah, that's kind of like my thought process on all this. Also, the nice thing about Claude Maestro is that I can just click this button and it will merge the changes straight back into the branch that this came out of. Also, when I click this archive button, it cleans up the work tree, which is very, very nice. I really don't like having work trees littered all around my repo. It gets very messy. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Claude Maestro. It also has desktop notification, which is something I really enjoy as well. I know some people like use Claude Code hooks to send notification or like a sound when a task is done, but it's so much nicer to just have like desktop notification that just goes off. All right, I'm sure this is almost there. Come on, I really want this to work. Though I feel like this is just like a small step in my bigger plan, considering that I want to be able to implement, I want to be able to add a drop down that I can choose what task, what exact, what task? No, what model to execute the task with. Okay, let's look at this. It's done. Define. Okay, it has model ID. Let's go to changes. Oh man. Okay, I don't know why Cursor doesn't do the same thing as Windsurf. This icon, I rely so much on the icon here. Whenever this changes, there should be like a number of changes made right here. Right here. Just a little indicator. Please, Cursor. Please. Not that I'm going to use you for very long, but hey, it is what it is. Why is there red? Oh, this. Okay, that doesn't really matter. But I'm OCD and it's bothering me. So disable for entire file. Okay, let's look at, whoa. There's gotta be a better way to do this, but for now, you can stay there. Okay, let's see, it imported in model config, model provider, get provider, model by ID. Okay, this is the Claude Code SDK manager. So that means this should be in process query, and I'm gonna close Claude Code. And inside this process query, I should be able to, okay, this looks fine. Model, get model by ID. So it's gonna grab the model config. Okay, already something wrong here. The issue, the huge Actually, you know what? It's not bad. I need to override one more thing. Anthropic model. Let me do one thing. I need to check my dot files because I've done this before locally. I just need to. Where's my dot files? I can't show you my dot files, but okay, it is Anthropic model. So I'm gonna set this to the model ID. Options.model ID. Options.model ID. That should theoretically work. Yeah, you know, this should work. I'm just gonna double check the model provider type, because in the model provider, shoot, time really goes by fast when I'm like streaming. If I look at the ID, for example, for DeepSeek ID, we have reasoner, and then for provider, for GLM, we have ID GLM-4.5. That's what we want. Okay, that looks good. So what I'm gonna do is this looks good. Oh, come on, I just want to test this out. Now. This looks fine. You know, let's YOLO this because I have like not much time left. Gotta go, but I want to test this out on stream while you're still here with me. Okay, change homepage to solid yellow. Right, let's output. Come on. Okay. No, it's wrong. You know, I know why. It's because it's not being assigned. I need to write that in linear. Make sure the current model is being assigned to task. Okay. Because the issue is if, for example, I'm just going to go ahead and log.info model ID. This is probably not going to be anything. And it's going to affirm to me. Just make sure that AI model is GLM. Yep, it's GLM. So if I change background to solid red, yeah, whatever. Yeah, model ID, no, that's why. That is why it's not going into here and setting the environment variables. So therefore, when the query goes off, it is still using Anthropic's model. So I need to fix this in the front end. It's not, I don't believe it is the issue on the back end. Anyway, I think that's it for now. I will probably stream later this afternoon, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night or wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in the next one.